Rachel, you're an expert here. I'm going to turn it over to you. I think you got some do's and don'ts for us.
Yeah, just really simple. We're going to go through really fast, having a little bit of a game plan, because being on Facebook and being on social media can make you thousands of dollars. Do we all agree that?
Yeah.
We see that here, right? But being on Facebook and doing it improperly can actually cost you thousands of dollars. So when you're actually on it for your 14 minutes a day or whatever you choose, I'm going to share with you a couple things that you can reference to say, am I doing the right things or the wrong things? The first thing is really being personal. And one of the biggest things that I see is that entrepreneurs start to use their profile page and they only talk about business. They only talk about promoting, they're only talking about, selling, and you're not sharing any sort of personal aspect of your life. And you want to share personal things about you. Some of the things about personal things that I really share, I'll share little things about my bulldogs. I have 3 English bulldogs. They're my furry daughters. I'll share things that me and my husband do. I share things about our lifestyle. And I share those things because I want to show people that I'm not all business all the time. And people want to see your house. They actually want to see in your living room. I posted pictures of my living room when I was redecorating it. But just be personal. Don't be business all the time. You want to make sure that people can connect with you because that's social networking. It's all about the connection. And that's why we're spending on average 55 minutes a day on Facebook. 55 minutes a day. Because we want that connection that's lost in our society. Be authentic. If you see somebody posting stuff, but it doesn't resonate with who you are, you don't need to copy that. Be authentic to who you are. If you're a person that your main motivation is inspiring somebody, and that's really how you get off as far as a person in your soul, maybe it's sharing inspirational quotes every single day. You'd be amazed. I have a girl in my organization, she's done this, she's actually created a business out of doing it, is writing her first book. She shares an inspirational quote every single day, and people, they'll see her at church, they'll see her at a networking group, like, oh my God, I live and breathe and die by your Facebook status update. So it's really cool. And if you can be that positive influence, that's really wonderful. Obviously, updating some challenge things, stories, recognizing others. We were able to run very fast in the 4.5 months that I've been in this company. And one of the things that I did every single month, at the end of the month, how many of you guys kind of have a tally of maybe some of the new ranks that were broke on your team, 3 new rising stars, maybe a regional? How many of you guys see that, or see some of your leaders doing that? So even if you're just getting started, sharing the 1 or 2 directors or the new regional or whatever, so what I did was I even just shared the stats for my team. And I did it in Microsoft Paint. How many of you guys know what Microsoft Paint is? Really simple, right? I took a tiny little picture of BMW, I copied and pasted it 8 times in a row, and I was just showing all these beamers, and I found a little rising star thing on Google, and just pasted it. It was so ghetto. It was really ghetto looking, but it was amazing. I got 80 comments, got the whole community thing that we're going to talk about here in a second, and it was amazing for generating leads. They're holy cow, you guys are giving away beamers like it's going out of style. Share your lifestyle. And like I said, people want to see, in your living room, we are selling a dream. In this industry, we are selling a dream. We're selling a lifestyle. And so you want to make sure that when you're at these events, even at the airport, you know how many people don't get to fly that often? I mean, I hate it. I hate flying, to be honest, but I'm so blessed. I mean, I've been in 6 states in the past 6 weeks. I get to travel and be around my team and go to all these seminars and conferences, and so many people, they just have the same every single day. So it's the lifestyle. Ask questions. Oh, okay. So as far as on the networking side, and we heard a few times about coming across the news feed, what do you think gets a ton of comments? Questions. So I'll come up with interesting questions, and a lot of times I'll just go to Google, and I'll type in 50 interesting questions, and I'll find old random email surveys, and I'll ask, if you were a Crayola crayon, what color would you be? Silly, right? You'd be amazed at some of the colors and the reasons why somebody would pick that. I'll do hot dog, ketchup, and mustard. 50 comments later, it's driving traffic to my page. And the more traffic, the more eyeballs you have on your page, the more visitors are going to be looking at your photos, falling in love with you, the more you see, out of sight, out of mind. So you want to be in front of them as much as possible. Use humor. I use humor a ton in my marketing. Those who follow me at all on Facebook or YouTube know that I'm a bit of a jokester, a drama queen on my videos. And I'll share a joke. I share really interesting and funny jokes. Every Friday I share a Friday fun fact, which is usually the weirdest, funniest fact that I can find on the internet. Like in Texas, it's illegal to shoot a buffalo from the second floor. Exactly. Or you see a fun little viral video on YouTube of a cute baby like dancing on the table that got like 30 million views. Share it, because it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, this person's fun, it's inspiring, it's awesome. Consistency is everything. I tell people in my business, and when I used to do coaching for the internet, I would tell people that quality plus consistency equals crushing the competition. And so it applies to any sort of business, but make sure you're posting frequently. Have you guys noticed that on the newsfeed, you rarely see things more than like 24 hours old? It's constantly refreshing, so make sure you don't go 2 weeks without updating your status. So some of the don'ts. And I think that a couple of us are going to see. Go to the next slide. We've all been guilty of some of these things. I know I have. Don't be a sales pitch. How many of you guys have a friend on Facebook that every 6 minutes they post about their MLM opportunity? Right? Oh my God, hot new opportunity, gotta jump on this webinar. Do you notice they have 0 likes and 0 comments? Or the only one liking them is them? Oh, fail. Make sure you're not attacking people. Even though I know this, I'm still guilty of this some of the time. I actually got attacked about a month ago. Somebody was attacking the company to me in a private message and said something really salacious, and my loyalty kind of rises up inside, and my initial instinct was to say like, well, those people are just idiots. But I was smart, because once something's on the internet, it's always on the internet, and it takes about 1 millisecond to print screen. So if you badmouth another company, badmouth another person, attack somebody, call somebody a name, it could ruin your reputation and cost you thousands. Don't argue, just unfriend. So just unfriended that person. And just make sure that you're not negative. Like, I like to be controversial enough to get comments and get likes, and I post things that are, not necessarily always PC, because it's fun and that's my image. But make sure that you're always on the side of positivity. 87% of what we receive into the world, so things that we hear, things that we see, things that we get on our job, is negative. 87%, what we're bombarded with all day long, is negative. So if you can be that positive person in somebody's life, it's just they're going to want to be around you, they're going to want to work with you. Just don't post clutter, don't play Farmville. It's amazing, like, I see people spend so much time on that, it's just junk. It's really, it can so be prospecting. And don't waste your posts. Don't be like, eating lunch. Great, thanks. So just make sure that you keep it really positive, stay consistent. Another advice too, what I do after about like 11, 12 o'clock PST when I'm still up, I go on Facebook chat and I start to prospect. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day.
Guys, give it up for Rachel Jackson.